Now you understand. The cup, you can now coat the cup only to be magnetical. There is a technique we teach in time. You can create cups which are only gravitational. And then you can create a condition of physicality. Don't forget, if you are working in this area, don't look at only the water. Look at food. And the most important thing is, if you put a straw here, you're not touching anything, but you breathe the air which is conditioned and is asked for by your lungs and your brain and your emotion. So you cannot just go for the physicality change, even though now you set the emotion in structure of your cup. You can breathe from these cups. You put a straw, you put a cap, very, very slowly, you inhale from the environment of the cup. I want to see how many of you with a fibromyalgia and CIS and FMS will come back with complaint. We have seen one thing. When you have a psychosomatic condition like fibromyalgia and CVS, a lot of you will report good, and some of you report it doesn't work. Because if it works, it means you don't get any more attention. This technology has been tested through placebo. It has been tested through double quad. It's been tested in every shape or form. And we have seen psychosomatic problems like fibromyalgia and CVS. The ones who report that it has no effect on them are the ones it means they haven't received the emotional confirmation from the top or from the society they live in. They still have to be sick. We're running a special test which we allowed the repair of the physicality over 3 months. And then we brought the emotional connection to it after 3 months. The effect was so horrendous. The effect was so amazing for the person who's using it. Because we said to them, don't touch the emotional cup, even though the cup was with them. And then we told them afterwards, we can use the emotional cup from mid-July. And the effect was so horrendous, so immediate. You can do this. You let the physicality to repair, and then you settle the emotion. So what you need to look is the way, for example, if you look at the cup, you can attach these springs like this to the cup. You can attach, be careful with this, how if you use lines. Because these have interactions. Try not to use lines like this in your system. Because then these create an abnormal condition of vortex in respect to those. These can be used in specific conditions. When you drink from these cups, do not drink a sip. The energy of a sip disappears very quickly. Drink half a cup in one go. When you breathe, hold the cup to yourself. Hold the cup. Make sure the layers, the rings are not coated. You hold the cup in your hand. Then your emotion gives to the cup, to these rings, what it does not need, and it takes from the cups what it needs. You do not necessarily need to drink from the cup. But in a physical life, we need the confirmation of correctness by consumption. So the physicality of consumption is just a theoretical point. So now you see how we open the door. The lifetime of research of mine is freely on the table for you. What will be interesting if the Jewish man will take this and walk across and give it to a Palestinian. If a Muslim in Iran will go to the Jews or the Christians and say, this is what's come from cash restaurant. Let's see if we can create a society without pain.